Likutei Moharan, page 70, in the middle of part A, almost in the bottom of the right side of the page. אמרו לו, ואחר כך אמרו לו, and after it, they told him, Milcha Kisaria, b'mai malche le, salt when it's
rotten.
What we're going to salt it in to fix it. Ki tikun shel ta'avat mamon, because to fix the desire for money, hu tikun abrit melach kanal. This is the tikkun that is going by the tzaddik, that is the brit melach, is the covenant that has been Borei Olam told us that we have two kinds of covenants. It's a brit melach and the brit of the kedusha, brit milah, circumcise. So the tzaddik that is got tikkun abrit bishlemut, he is holy in the most perfect way. He is also the one that is the tikkun of brit melach. He is the one that brings the salt, that the salt is making the meat to be edible, that you can eat it, that you can enjoy it. Means that the tzaddik gives us advice, that only with the tzaddik's advice we can escape from the bitterness of this world. And like we said before, you don't need to be religious or a chassid or a son of Admor. Nothing going to change your situation. You depend in the tzaddik of the generation. You depend in Moshe Rabbeinu. You can be from the best family in the world, and you're going to be in a disaster. You're inside, you're totally ruined. Totally. And you can come from a perfect family, mamash, good and nice parents, and you inside don't know what's going on. From the childhood, from the first day, you're crazy. You're going crazy. So only the tzaddik is giving to us advice that can heal our very, very sick souls, because they're very, very sick. Our souls, our neshamot, are very weak in this generation. And everyone thinks that he's got worse problems than his friends, and that no one is going through what that I'm going through, and I'm suffering more than everyone. This is tricks of the Yetzer Hara, to separate you from the herd, from the group, and then to attack the person, chas shalom. Have to understand that there is people, that your situation is mamash, you are mamash a lucky guy, mamash, you have things, wonderful things in your life, that there is people that are not dreamed even that it exists. You cannot imagine that it's an option even to live such a sweet life like that you are, the worst one, the one that suffered the most. There is people that never even heard about an option to live such a clean and wonderful life that you're living, even if you feel that you're in the filth, that you are in the lowest place in the world. Check it, remember, open your eyes, open your heart to remember where you came from, what was going on over there, and that they keep on doing the same things for 10 years or 20 years, or it depends in your tshuva, and they're still over there. I was in Tel Aviv a few days ago at night. Baruch Hashem. No. I was very close, but I wasn't dancing, if is what you're asking. I wanted to dance, but I didn't.
Did you need a passport?
I was so happy that I wanted to dance, that I'm not from Tel Aviv. I wanted to dance. I wanted to dance. Leave Tel Aviv. I can leave Tel Aviv. So I was very close to the Bet Knesset Agadol in the street, not Allenby. Which street is it? The Bet Knesset Agadol in Tel Aviv. Allenby. It's in Allenby. It is in Allenby. In Allenby. So I sent a text message to the friend that I came to visit him. Told him, where are you? He said, maybe we're gonna meet tomorrow. So I told him, I'm gonna come to the pub that you're in. It's not, tell me where you're zaruk, where you, I was a zaruk, dropped, what? Thrown, where you thrown? And I'm gonna come, tell me where are you? So he sent me a text message, you know the Bet Knesset Agadol in Allenby? I told him, yes. So he said, in front of it there is a pub. It's called Port Said. Port Said. This is the name of that pub. Port Said. Yes. So they were standing in the line from 9 p.m. until 10:30 that they let them in. They found a place to sit, and then they sat over there, and then they drink until 3 a.m. Told me that only the day after. So I was outside over there. While we're talking, I was there with a friend. We met him over there, and there is a friend of mine that he's telling me, look, there is people in the Bet Knesset Agadol. What's going on over there? It's mamash in front of the entrance to the Bet Knesset Agadol. We went, we saw, suddenly we hear a voice of a singer, a woman singer from the Bet Knesset Agadol. And then she's singing kosher songs of faith and Emunah, and she's singing, a woman singing in public in the Bet Knesset Agadol in Tel Aviv. So that friend is telling me, my friend from Jerusalem that came with me, is telling me what's going on. Look, Bet Knesset Agadol, it's a disgrace. Told him, listen, you are not in Eretz Israel now. You are in Amsterdam. And in Amsterdam, in the Bet Knesset, if a woman is singing songs of Kedusha, we're very lucky. So be happy. Look around, all filth. It's tachlis. Tel Aviv, it's a city that haven't been conquered yet in the Kedusha of Israel, the Kedushat Israel. It was the city of the Plishtim. It was always a place of ni'uf and prikat ol. People that wanted to sin, always they were coming to that place that was Tel Aviv. In that place, before that, now the Medinat Israel conquered that place. But still, the Sitra Achra in that place is mamash wild. And for generations, from always. Bnei Israel never sat and lived in that place to give it the Kedusha of Eretz Israel. The war, it's a war zone. From the beginning, it haven't been conquered. Always the Plishtim was still holding that.
There was never a Shevet over there?
No, only the Plishtim was living over there. Yes, in Babylon. So, Baruch Hashem. So, mamash, we need to be very, very happy because the tzaddik is giving to us advices, he's giving to us wisdoms that we can survive by them. Just that you're going to know, when I came back to my car, I'm standing in front of the door, to open the door, I saw that arbe, huge, that arbe, huge one, standing.
Locust,
standing on the floor, huge one. And in Tel Aviv, it doesn't supposed to be mamash, but
no, they're there.
you see that Hashem Yitbarach mamash is talking to you, he's telling you, look, the locust, it's coming, it's a makkah, it's before of Pesach, it's because of ni'uf, it's because of the bad midot, because of... In that place, exactly. In front of my car to see, exactly that... Yes, my friend kicked him and Baruch Hashem, we went and tried back. I couldn't move, I told him, look, what's going on? I cannot touch those animals, Baruch Hashem.
Place is bugged.
Baruch Hashem. So, Rabbeinu is telling us, כי תיקון של תאוות ממון, when a person wants to fix his desire for money, הוא תיקון הברית מלך כנ"ל. It have to be by the tzaddik. It have to be. We, prisoners, cannot take ourselves out from prison. No way, no chance, no chance. You have a desire, you have to convince the Hashem Yitbarach to set you free from prison. He put you in that prison, He's going to take you out. The tzaddik, he is the messenger of HaKadosh Baruch Hu to take us out from our desires. By what? By listening to his voice, calling him at his name, talking, davening, Hitbodedut, keeping those advice. And then it's going to cancel the bitterness of life, means you're going to feel the sweet taste of life. It's going to increase the will to serve Hashem. It all depends in the will. When it's bitter, when it's dark, when it's hard, so you don't even have power to deal with your situations. But when you taste a good taste, you have the desire, ta'amur ukitov Hashem. After that you're tasting, you can see that Hashem is good. Before that you're tasting, you cannot see. You cannot see. V'tov ha'or la'inayim, that when it's good, it's illuminating the eyes. Good, it's only when you're tasting. You cannot convince a person to keep Shabbos. If you're not going to be in a house that they're keeping Shabbos and you're going to see the Kedusha and the joy and the happiness of Shirei Shabbat and Seudot and Bet Knesset and a wonderful Shiur and learning Halachot, if you will not taste, you will not going to do it. You have to be part of the experience. So if you also want to develop, to climb to other levels, you have to taste it. You have to ask from HaKadosh Baruch Hu the permission to taste. We cannot learn something without be over there. You have to walk to those places. We can talk about Hitbodedut daily. We can talk and no one here going to argue that Hitbodedut it's a must. But everyone going to admit that not everyone are holding the Hitbodedut. And it's a shame. It's a horrible thing. You learned so many times that Hitbodedut is so important, you can fall from that. Why? Because you haven't done that enough. This is why every time that you see that you have a test on that you have a situation that you can fall, you have to take the right to Uvacharta b'chaim, to choose life, to run to the field, to ask Borei Olam, please, and to beg and to ask, Borei Olam, please heal me. That I will not say on bitter things that are sweet and on sweet things that are bitter. Chas shalom. That my sense of taste is going to be straight, going to be right. That I'm going to recognize the good things as good and the bad things I'm going to be afraid. I'm going to have Yirat Shamayim. I'm going to know. I'm not touching that. You see that Be'ezrat Hashem, like we said before, always have to get stronger in our self-confidence that we have a green light to help other people, to bring other people. This is all a message from Hashem. It's a message from Hashem always, always, always. To hold another Jew and to bring him into the Kedusha, another member of our holy group and to bring him in. Because we cannot recognize yet that he's got zakan, beard and peot. You don't see it yet, but he's got it. He's a hidden tzaddik, but we need to reveal him. Need to reveal. Told you that my wife once, she told me, she said, you are a hidden tzaddik, you are a tzaddik nistar. Your righteousness is hidden. You cannot see it if you're a tzaddik. There is a lot of people in that madrega. I'm not alone in that place. There is a lot of tzaddikim nistarim. We have to look on the good side, on the good, on the qualities that they have, on the good things, on the will to come. When I was in Tel Aviv with that friend, so first time that he told me that he also wants to get married, to have a family, and it's very hard, and Tel Aviv, all of surrounding a lot of women and this and that, and it's all fashion and passion, and it's very hard. And so, but you see that it's developing, it's waking up. Another time you're going, so you're going to go to Tel Aviv. What's going to happen to you? You're going to have your little bit of problems. You're going to do tshuva. You're going to the mikveh. You're doing your tefillah, your Hitbodedut, and you move on. You don't have actually something to look for over there. And if you're going to see, chas shalom, that you're looking for something, adrabah, so you're going to do tshuva on the fact. So, adrabah, it's become to be a mitzvah. So, everyone have to know that thing. That avrech that I told you that he is teaching abroad on the shiur in the Garden of Peace that I told you about, that he had almost 200 people, men, came to his shiur. Now they asked him to create a shiur for the women. So he asked his wife, she's not a Rebbetzin, Rabbani that is teaching, she's a regular woman. He asked her, maybe you're ready to teach? So she said, who am I to teach? Never taught, she never gave shiurim, she doesn't know that at all. Told her, don't worry. Just read from the book. Read and explain. What did you understand? This is it. On her first shiur, she had over 200 women in her shiur. Over 200 women in her shiur. She's like, I saw pictures. It's crazy.
Where are they?
Where are they?
Yeah,
I don't want to
American.
say. I don't want to say. It's huge. Over 200 women. And in the men's shurim also, every week, over 200 men. All of the wives came. All of the wives of all of those husbands. No, chutz la'aretz. Chutz la'aretz. So, We just need to believe in ourselves. When you're going to believe in yourself, im ta'aminu, te'amenu. If you're going to believe in yourself, Hashem going to believe in you. This is what we're saying every morning to Kadosh Baruch Hu in the first word that we're saying. We're thanking Hashem Yitbarach, the King that is alive, Melech Chai V'Kayam, she'echzarta bi nishmati, that you gave me my soul back, Rabba emunatecha, that your faith is big, is huge, is large. What? In which faith Hashem's got? What? He believes in Hashem, he believes in the Torah, what? He knows it all, he doesn't need to believe in that. That he believes in us, that he woke us up because he believes that we still have a chance. That we believe that we can achieve what that we're supposed to achieve. And he gave us another chance. So he believes in us. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu believes in you. You have to believe in yourself also. And to look for another option, another shi'ur, another crack. And push yourself, shove yourself inside. To talk with one person, to talk with two people, in the Bet Knesset, in Mincha time, in Slichot Chaverim, between people, in the street, you're holding a person. Immediately talk to him on those important things, important advice of the tzaddik. Only by the advice of the tzaddik you're going to help him to save his life from the horrible, horrible Gehenom that he's in. Because everyone are suffering, everyone. Everyone have economic problems and happiness problems and health problems and shlom bayit problems and educate their kids problems and having kids problems and who knows what. Everyone going through a lot in this time, in this lifetime. And you, with one advice, can give him a lifeline. He's going to see you, he's going to recognize you. I talked to someone from the internet that they're doing things to push the hafatza more. He said that one time that there was an interview and the person took in his hand the book Garden of Faith, Gan Emunah, and he just said, and I'm reading from that book, and he put it on the table. And they were not talking anymore. It increased the mechirot, the sales of the book in achuzim, percentage. Mamash, you could see it because of one time that they moved the book Garden of Faith in the television and put it down. Wow. One time. And they saw a change because of one time. So imagine what you can do. Hold the book Garden of Faith in your hand when you're walking from your house to the shul. You're not going to read it. Just put it on your stander when you're davening mincha. Someone going to come to you. Don't worry. What are you reading? Oh, it's the book of Rav Shalom Arush. Yeah, you read it. He's going to come to you. You're afraid to talk to people. You don't feel like that you're capable of... When they're going to ask you, like that our friend Simcha told us that he just mentioned that he's learning in Yeshiva Chut Shel Chesed, 3 hours they didn't let him stop talking. And other questions and more questions. And he can give a shiur of 3 hours? No. But when Hashem wants you to talk, you're going to talk. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't believe in himself also. Kadosh Baruch Hu to tell him, don't worry, take Aaron with you, Aaron going to talk for you, you're going to be okay, don't worry. We need to believe that Aaron is with us, that we have something with us, we have our siyata dishmaya. Take the book with you, take an advice with you, decide, I'm going to talk on one thing, that Hashem loves me, that Hashem is happy with me. When I was talking to a person a few days ago and he told me about his shacharit that wasn't good and he's chasing himself, told him, like the Rav Shalom said, I told him exactly the same words, once I wasn't davening shacharit at all. And now I have a crooked shachrit. So I'm happy with my shachrit. And this is it. If you're going with it chazkut, everyone that's going to talk to you going to hear that it chazkut from you. You have to teach it chazkut. And then he's going to take it as a rule for life. For always he's going to find situations to put that in it. No, but I'm going to look on the good side, on the bright side, on the wonderful side. I'm going to be happy with my share. Always to walk with those words. Something in your hand, your Talmud is in your hand, means that you're using it all of the time. It's not in your pocket. If it's in your pocket, you have to lemashmesh, to check if it's always there. You have to check. You always have to use your hands with it. With the hands full of faith, always to go and to teach others and to help others and to support others and to smile to people. Always to smile, to say good words to people. Cheer up, Hashem loves you. He's going to start to ask you, how can it be that Hashem allows me? Tell him, I don't understand also. But this is a tradition. We got it from our fathers to believe in Hashem. We believe. You cannot solve all of your questions with wisdom. You have to drop wisdom and to use faith. So you're going to use faith here. I'm using faith in other situations. Everyone's going to use faith. If you have that wisdom, that power, inner power, you can conquer the world. Mamash, each and every one of us. Let's continue with the Likutei Moharan. ושאלו אותו, and they asked him, זה שתיקן בריתו, a person that fixed himself, purified himself, he's got now תיקון הברית. אם נפל לסרחון תאוות ממון, if he fell into the stink of desire for money, במאי תיקונו, what's going to be his תיקון? You understand the question? We said that the tikkun for a person that fell into desire for money is by the tzaddik. But if now the tzaddik fell to ta'avat mammon, so what's his tikkun? What's going to be the tikkun of the tzaddik? V'yishiv lahem, so we answer to them, besiluta dechadnaita. Besiluta dechadnaita, how we explained that before? Besiluta.
The placenta.
Placenta. Okay.
Placenta
de kadnaita. Actually, it's something that is not exist. The placenta of the kadnaita. Ki be'emet, because really, yesh od tikun leta'avat mamon. But he's explaining to them that there is a tikun for desire for money. Hainu, it is she'istakel lashoresh, that he gonna look to the roots, to the beginning. Shemisham ba kol hamamon. That from there all of the money is coming from. V'kol ha'ashpaot, and all of the influence, all of the bounty is coming from that source. V'alidei istakluto sham, and by looking at that place, yitbatel ta'avato. It's gonna be cancelled. The desire gonna be cancelled. What is the source? It's Hashem Yitbarach Himself. Means get stronger in faith. If you fell into desire for money, if you fell into ta'avat mamon, the tikkun for that is to look on the source. That what? That Hashem, He is the one that's applying the parnasah. This is also the first advice, and this is the second advice. The first advice is to go to listen to the tzaddik. But when you're going to hear the tzaddik, what you're going to hear? You're going to hear the really chazkut of the tzaddik himself. The tzaddik is not a teacher. He's not someone that is coming to teach you information. He's someone that is sharing with you his experience in Avodat Hashem. He's a person that fell down thousands of times and he's coming to you and teaching you exactly what he went through. And from his experience that he never gave up, he found out that there is no despair in the world at all. That you can always stand up back on your legs. This is his experience because he fell so many times on his face. So, en chacham kebal nisayon, he learned it from his experience. So he gonna share with you his experience, that what? That you need to look at Hashem Yitbarach. So it's the chizuk for you, it's the advice from the tzaddik, and it's also the advice of the tzaddik. He himself, when he is falling, this is how he is helping himself. He is looking to the roots, to the source, to the beginning of all of Shefa that comes down to this world. To see that it's all coming from Hashem means to work on faith, to work on believing on Hashem in Hashem Yitbarach. That Hashem Yitbarach, He is the one that is giving, He is the one that can take. He is the one that is taking, He is the one that can give. Always. Kisham beshorsha, because over there in that root, in Hashem Yitbarach's place, Hashefa kulo, all of the bounty is all or tzach umtzuchtzach. It's a clean, clear light. From there the Shefa is coming. If it's a certain energy, pure energy, you're not going to have a desire for energy. You have a desire for the coin, for the bill, for the money, for something physical. But when it's still spiritual, there is no spiritual desire except of love for Hashem Yitbarach. So you're not defected over there in that place. You're not nagua. It's not touching you. It's not contaminating you. כי שם בשורשה השפע כולו אור צח ומצוחצח ותענוג רוחני and spiritual pleasure. ואין מתאווה אלא למטה. And you cannot have a desire over there in that high place. Only here, only below. And there is another nusach to say, mit'abeh, becomes thick. It's become thick only here in this world. So you can have a desire for it only here in this world. Umihu hapeti, and who is that person, that fool, Yasur Hena, that's gonna come to here, to this world, Lashlich ta'anug ruchani, to drop a spiritual satisfaction, pleasure, Velikach ta'anug av, and to take a physical satisfaction. Who's gonna be so crazy? Means that after that you looked and you saw that it is Hashem, you're not gonna fall back. If really you saw. If you saw, you're going to taste it. This is what we said before in the beginning of the shiur. Ta'amur ukitov Hashem. When you're going to taste that it's a spiritual satisfaction, you will not look for physical satisfactions anymore. So what we're going to do? Us that we saw so many times that it's Hashem giving the parnasah and still we're falling again and again. What's going to be a solution for us? We need to understand. If actually you're still falling, it means that you haven't saw. You think that you saw, but you haven't saw. You haven't saw until the end. You made your Hitbodedut, you realize that it is Hashem, but if you're going to do, just for an example, 6 hours, really you're going to know. Mamash, you're not going to have no doubts. Maybe 6 also not enough. Maybe you need to daven on that subject half an hour every day. And maybe it's going to take you 13 years to achieve that real understanding. Confidence, perfect confidence in Hashem Yitbarach. Not to look at people, never. Not to hope for your salvations from people, ever. Never to look at people, never to expect for Yeshuot from people. It's going to take you a while. But when you're going to come to that place that really going to see Hashem Yitbarach, from that level you cannot fall anymore. If you don't have it, means you haven't clarified it yet. You haven't bought it yet. You are progressing, you are growing, you are developing, you're closer, but you're not there yet. Even though that you saw the light. You saw something, mirachok Hashem nir'ali. From a long distance you saw Hashem. It's not face to face, he's talking to Moshe Rabbeinu. When you see the face, this is it. Rabbeinu said, everyone that tasted yain Hungary, how you said that? Hungarian wine, he cannot drink no other kind of wine. A person that really tasted the Torah of the Tzaddik of Rabbeinu HaKadosh, it's hard for him to open other books, other Sifrei Chassidut. It's hard. No, I haven't. אבל לזאת ההסתכלות. But to come to that ability, for that observation, אי אפשר לבוא, you cannot come אלא עד שיתקן בריתו. Just only after you're purifying yourself in subjects of Kedusha, on matters of Kedusha. כמו שכתוב, like that it's written, מבשרי אחזה אלוקה. From my flesh, I'm going to observe and see Hashem. Only when my flesh is going to be pure, I'm going to be able to see Hashem. שבתחילה צריך לתקן בשר קודש. That in the beginning we have to fix the flesh, or the holy flesh. ואז יוכל להסתכל באלוקות. And then you're going to have the ability to observe and to see Hashem Yitbarach. When your eyes are still defect, so they are mesakrot enayim. They are lying. They're meshakrot enayim. The eyes are lying. Only when you're purifying your eyes, you're doing a lot of tshuva, and not contaminating them anymore, only then you can see. You can see the light that is waiting for the tzaddikim. There was one tzaddik that he was crying to Hashem Yitbarach. He said, how can it be that I have eyes that pulled here to this world from Enei Hashem, from the eyes of Hashem Yitbarach? Because we are being created betzalmo, in the figure, so to speak, of Hashem Yitbarach, in the shape of Hashem, so to speak. So how can it be that eyes that came to this world from Enei Hashem, from the eyes of Hashem, cannot penetrate through walls? How can it be that a thick stone can block my ability to see? How can it be? I have Enei Hashem, it's supposed to have Enei Hashem la tzaddikim, the eyes of Hashem to the tzaddikim. It means that I sinned. If I cannot see through walls, it means that I'm not a tzaddik. The tzaddik, he can see everything. Everything. He see, Rabbi Shimon, it's written on the tzaddikim. See from this place until the end of the world. He sees everything. It's a spiritual and it's a spiritual ability. And not only that, also in the physical ability of the eyes, it's a lot more complex and able than we imagine. It's huge. The eyes, it's an amazing machine. You can never. There is nothing that for an example, if now there is something in the world, you should learn from that thing on yourself. There is the ability of focus, to get closer and farther in cameras. We don't have it. You cannot do it. You cannot go closer with your eye, but you have it. It is exist in your eyes. But because everything but you don't have it. Maybe you don't have it. This I can understand. Maybe you don't know that function, how to come to that in your program. You don't know how to come to that. Okay, but it exists. It is in your software. It exists. But you don't know how to reach it. Okay, it's blocked. HaKadosh Baruch Hu doesn't let you. All Israel b'chinat sumim, b'chezkat sumin. Amar Rabbi Binyamin. Rabbi Binyamin said, all of Am Israel are as blind until HaKadosh Baruch Hu is coming and opening their eyes. You can look for your glasses and they're on your forehead and you're looking for them for hours. Your car keys and they're in your pocket. It's HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And when HaKadosh Baruch Hu likes you and He's opening for you, He's going to open for you things that you can never imagine. Things that you never thought that there exist at all. Ain lo ra'ata Elokim zulatecha. Only things that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to open for you. And there is things that also HaKadosh Baruch Hu is letting you, you're not allowed to tell them to others. If you have a certain light, if you got something, a certain gift, it's written that even to your rabbi, you're not allowed to tell in the beginning. You have to work with it. You have to check it 1 year, 1.5 years, to see what's going on, and then to share. If you have gifts from Hashem Yitbarach, if you're telling, disappear. Hashem is giving gifts. If you're doing tshuva, if you're doing Hitbodedut, if you're doing mitzvot, things in trying to hide yourself and doing good things, for sure you're going to receive gifts from Hashem Yitbarach. Believe in yourself that really you have gifts, that you have treasures inside of yourself, and walk with them and use them, qualities and talents and abilities and gifts, senses that Hashem is giving to you and not to others. Believe in yourself that really Hashem is talking to you, that really HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving to you and He loves you. Bezrat Hashem, all of us, Bezrat Hashem, all of Am Yisrael going to succeed. Bezrat Hashem, going to go out from Egypt and get into Eretz Israel with Moshe Rabbeinu this time, Bezrat Hashem, with the Torah Kedusha. Thank you.